Hello, Too Cool Stampers out there. This is Angie with Too Cool Stamping, and we're here with our live class for this week. This week we have a lot to talk about. We are at the tail end of our current catalog, Creativity is Calling, and that is good through June 2nd, 2020. And so this is the last week that you can order from this catalog. That goes until June 2nd. If you want to know what is retiring, you can go to my website, toocoolstamping.com, and I have a complete list there. You just need to click on the link for the PDF. Also, it is the last week for our mini catalog. So this will end on June 2nd as well. So lots of things are leaving this week. Don't forget to double check that last chance retiring list because there are a lot of things on sale this time. If you haven't checked it out, you really should. There's a lot of things that are 40, 50, 60% off, including a lot of designer series papers. And I know a lot of you like to stock up on those, especially with some of the really awesome patterns that are going to be leaving us this year. So check out the last chance retiring list for our two books. These are going away on June 2nd. That's next Tuesday. So not much time for that. Remember, everything is available while supplies last, and there are already several things that are sold out. So don't wait if there's anything that you want to get on that, on any of those two catalogs. So that is one thing I wanted to make sure that you knew about. Also, ending on June 2nd is my Botanical Prints tutorial that I have available right now. So last week when we did our live class, you may have seen the Botanical Prints class that we did. I showed how to make several cards, and then I showed sneak peeks of several of the other cards from my 20 card class tutorial on the Botanical Prints. That is still available. All you need to do is place a $42 order, which is, by the way, the cost of the Botanical Prints stamps or product medley. It's the whole product medley. You get stamps, dies, ribbon, embellishments, all kinds of stuff in the product medley. Normally $70, only $42. As of this morning, it was still available. And if you purchase that medley or the equivalent, which is $42, then I'll send you my 20 card tutorial for putting together really cute cards. Now, if you want all the parts and pieces for all the different cards, including the cardstock, any of the die cuts, anything additional that you would need to put those together along with the products in your product medley, then you just place a $100 order and I'll send you that cardstock add-on kit. So that offer is good throughout this week up until June 2nd, or if the Botanical Prints medley sells out. If it sells out, I'm just going to go ahead and pull that offer. So I don't know if it's getting close or not. So anyway, check that out. You do have to use a host code when you place that order. I don't have that right here. Go to toocoolstamping.com. And I have all the details for the entire class, how you can earn the tutorial, how you can earn the add-on kit. All of that is on my website right now, including the host code that you definitely need. Because I usually have several host codes going on, so you need to let me know which host code you want me to use. Okay, so that is what's coming up until June 2nd. We're leaving all of the old behind. It's like Happy New Year for Stampin' Up! World. And then we're going to be able to enjoy the brand new catalog, which comes out on June 3rd. So next Wednesday, you'll be able to order from our brand new catalog. Did you get it in the mail yet? If you are one of my current customers, and in the past 6 months, I have mailed out catalogs to you. Also, if you requested a catalog, I have mailed all of those out. So if you don't quite have them yet, they are on their way. But if you were on my current customer list, you should have those. I've been getting some notifications from people texting me that they got their catalog and they're so excited about it. So if you're a current customer, you'll be getting that in the mail very, very soon if you haven't already. If you're not sure, then, or if you would like a catalog, if you don't have another demonstrator that you're working with currently and you'd like a catalog, I can send one out to you. You just need to request it from me, and you can find that request form linked on my toocoolstamping.com website as well. So just go there and scroll down and you'll see the little section, would you like a catalog? Click on that link and you can fill out your form with your address and everything. And I do want to mention, if you're a brand new customer of mine, I do ask that you pay $5 for the catalog up front, but I send a $5 rebate coupon to you that you can use on your first order. So as soon as you place an order, then I will get that rebate check back to you. So you're not out any money for the catalog. I just request that up front so that it helps cover the cost of shipping and things like that. So, okay. So that is what's going on June 3rd. I mean, that's like the most exciting time of the year, if you ask me. I want to also let you know about an awesome promotion that is coming up on June 3rd that you will not want to miss, especially if you are liking what's in the new catalog, if you are excited about the products, if you have a huge wish list like I do. This is going to be some really, really important news for you. Are you ready for this? There's going to be a starter kit promotion in June. This is like, I think it might be unprecedented that they've ever had a starter kit promotion that coincided with the launch of the new catalog. So this is going to be pretty phenomenal. So let me tell you a little bit about this. It's so awesome. We know what the regular starter kit is, right? So a regular starter kit, already a great deal. It's only $99 plus tax, and you get to choose up to $125 worth of product, any current product from, if you sign up now, you can select from the current catalog, you can select from the current mini catalog, you can even select from the demonstrator pre-order, so you can get some new products on your starter kit order as well, but you can select up to, but not over, $125 just for that $99 plus free shipping on that. So you're really only paying just a little bit more in tax if you have tax in your state. So that's the starter kit deal all the time. That's always a great deal. And in addition to all of that, once you purchase the starter kit, you get 20% off all of your orders because you're technically part of our Stampin' Up! Demonstrator team. And just to let you know, you don't have to sell. You don't have to have parties. You don't have to do all of that. That's not an obligation. I probably have, I don't know, 85% of my team are hobbyists that are happy discount shoppers. They just simply love to be part of my team so they can get that 20% off or more, depending on what level they're at. On all of their orders. So this is just the starter kit, regular. You can get this at any time of the year. That is how awesome it is. Really cool deal. But in June, you are not going to believe this. They are going to, between June 3rd and June 30th, they'll add in a free bundle of your choice. So you know when you're looking at that new catalog and you see all of those awesome new stamps and die bundles, stamps and punch bundles, really fabulous bundles, and some of them are like $50, $60. That is something that you can select. Anything that has the word bundle in it, you can select as a free item when you have a starter kit purchase beginning June 3rd. So this is the start of the new catalog. I'm just giving you a sneak peek of that right now because I don't want you to think about signing up right now and then hear it from me next week that you could have got this awesome bundle deal. This is a phenomenal value. So you don't want to miss out. Even if you just take advantage of the starter kit alone and you never place another order, you're going to get a great deal on that starter kit. So I don't want to continue. We'll talk about it more once we have the new catalog come out and it's actually going as a promotion. But if you have any questions in the meantime, you are welcome to contact me. You can go to my toocoolstamping.com website and there's an email button link there, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. This is going to be big, you guys, and I would love to have you on my team whether you're a hobbyist, whether you want to be a happy discount shopper, whether you want to get a little flexible income on the side, or whether you want to build a business out of this. I am happy to share with you about the starter kit and support you as a team member for the Too Cool Stampers team. So, okay, I just wanted to let you know about that because that is so exciting. And here's another sneak peek. I'm not going to give you the full details yet, but there's also a June host promotion that's going to start on June 3rd. And you'll be getting a little bit something extra when you have a qualifying order. So that's just a little hint. And we'll talk about that more later. I can't reveal everything. You know, we have to have some surprises on June 3rd. So I'll give you all the details for that on June 3rd. Okay, everybody. Now it is time for our awesome class. Today, we are going to mix a little bit of the new with a little bit of the current and a little bit of the retiring. So it's just a hodgepodge. That's where we're at in between catalogs here. So we're going to work with the Inspriring Iris stamp set. I absolutely love this stamp set. It's a 2-step stamp set, and we're going to be creating with that. And one of the other things we're going to be working with a lot is the new Tasteful labels dies. This needs to go on your wish list, whether you purchase it as part of the Tasteful Touches bundle or just purchase the Tasteful labels dies by themselves. Must have. This is a must have. Look at those awesome shapes, so pretty. So we're going to be using a lot of those shapes today on our cards, and as well as some other little sneak peeks too. Okay, so let me flip everything around. Let me make sure I talked about everything. I think I did. Okay, we'll flip everything around and I'll get started showing you our cards. We will have a live class kit today, so as I'm showing you the cards, I'll let you know what's in the kit, and you'll be able to earn that class kit so that you can put all the cards together yourself if you want to. So I'll let you know about that more as we go through the presentation. Okay, everybody, close your eyes if you get motion sickness. We're going to do a little flippity flip. All right. And if you are, whoops, sorry, it's not, it's like, there we go. Let's have a little bit of focus. It's not wanting to focus today. Sorry. A little bit, let's get that out of the way. So if we were wanting today's kit, we're going to use the host code that I have right here, and it'll be for the Inspriring Iris projects. Okay, let's get started with our first card. So our first one is going to start with the Bright and Cheery Mango Melody, and this is just a regular card base. That's 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And I know I always forget measurements as I'm talking, or I don't remember them. So you can always go to the description later today. I'll have all of the measurements, and I usually blog about most of these cards on my website, toocoolstamping.com. So you'll be able to see all of that later. So I've already done some texture embossing on a piece of 4 by 4 1/4 Whisper White, using that really pretty 3D brick. It's called Brick and Mortar, I believe. I love this. And this is carrying over into the new catalog. Thank goodness. I didn't want to get rid of that one yet. This is a classic one. So we'll just add that with our snail adhesive. And if you're wondering where the snail adhesive is, I'm pretty sure we might be sold out of that, but we're getting new adhesive. You guys are going to love it. It's called Seal, and you are going to be so excited about it. All right, next we have a 4 by 1.5 of Pear Pizzazz. And I already screwed up. You will love it. This is what I tell my customers all the time at my class is to always remember to not adhere your background until you have the ribbon on, and I did it to myself. So we're going to pretend, just pretend, we're going to have to fix this later. I'm going to go all the way around the card, but you're going to pretend like that's just around the brick and mortar layer. See, we can't have a good live without some good screw ups right off the bat. So if I had this as a vertically folded card, then that would be perfect. But that's what it's going to look like if you just had it around that layer before you put it down in the background. All right, next we're going to get some stamping done here. And let me get, pardon my reach, I'm going to get one of my piercing mats out because this is a photopolymer 2-step stamp set. And we like to have a little bit of cushion underneath the stamp so that it has a really nice transfer. So I'm going to start with Memento black ink. And let's see, I'm going to go just like this. And this little piece that I'm stamping on is one of those die cuts from the Tasteful labels dies. So I don't know if I can keep that there. It's probably going to have too much glare. Not too bad. So this is just one of those cute little dies from there. You'll have to have that. You have to put that on your list. In fact, I'm going to give you the number. Ready? 152886. Although that's just the dies. They're also, it comes as a bundle. You could earn the bundle for free with a starter kit. But you'll definitely want to check the bundle out because it's a really nice set. Okay, next we're going to do some 2-step stamping. We're going to do it with Mango Melody and the coordinating flower. And let's see, we're going to have to kind of go around and around until we figure out which way it goes. The cool thing about this is these, I think that's it right there. These 2-step stamps for this particular set, they don't match up perfectly, and that is on purpose. So they're not going to be in the lines totally. It's kind of a watercolory look, and it's meant to kind of flow outside of the line. So don't get too excited about it being completely lined up. You definitely, it's definitely part of the look. Next, we're going to add the leaves in Pear Pizzazz. And let's see, this will go like this over the top. And even those are pretty much in the lines, but they're not meant to be completely in the lines there. We'll finish up with a little sentiment. And this one says, thanks. Just simple and sweet. Love that. All right. Now we're just going to use some dimensionals and pop that up. I love, love, love dimensionals. So if you've gotten the catalog, if you're one of my current customers who has the catalog, got it this week possibly, let me know. Give me a shout out that you did and tell me what your favorite product is so far. So here is our cute card. I'm going to finish up with a little bit of Wink of Stella. I went kind of Wink of Stella crazy on this class just because I love the look of these flowers with just a little bit of sparkle. And I think we need just a little rhinestone in the middle. So I have our basic rhinestones here, and I'm gonna color with our, what is this? This is our Dark Cajun Craze. We don't have, the ribbon that I use, by the way, is from the Ornate Garden ribbon combo. So many of you may already have that. That was a suite that was made available last month. And we had a special class for that. So you might already have that one, but that's from that ribbon pack. And then here is a little rhinestone. We don't have terracotta tile, but the Calypso Coral Dark works really, really well to color that in and match the terracotta tile. All right, everybody. So that's our first card. Super, super cute. I love how just, it's so small and sweet. Love it. And then I did another Too Cool version. This time the base is in Flirty Flamingo. The back is embossed with the Basketweave, which is retiring. So if you don't have that yet, this is such a classic look. I was so sad to see that one go. And the depth and the texture in that is just absolutely gorgeous. So that is retiring. Also, I use the champagne or the Petal Pink champagne metal edge ribbon, and that's retiring too. I was so sad that they didn't carry that one over. Now you can see on this label, I didn't do the black. So you can see with the two-step stamping, you can do black and then put the color inside, or you can just do the color inside on its own, and that's cute too. And one has the thanks on the top, one has the thanks on the bottom. Change the positioning a little bit of the sentiment. So those are kind of fun. We're gonna have this card in our kit, in our class kit that we're having today. Okay, let's go on to our next card. And this one is going to start with some old olive for our card base. And let me use my bone folder again to crease that nicely. So then we have a background. I'm going to use some of my, this is from the Brights Designer Series paper. I believe it's already sold out. I just have had a lot of that extra, so I've been trying to use some of that up. And it's just so pretty. I love this script. So we'll put that at the top. That is a 4 by 2.5. Then we have a 4 by 2 3/4 piece of Bermuda Bay, and this has that tasteful textile texture to it. That's a brand new folder that's coming out in the new catalog. It actually is part of the same suite as our dies. So we'll put that right along the bottom. And this one does not have a ribbon going across, so shoo, I didn't mess up yet. There's still time though, still time to mess up. Okay, next I have just a little piece of Coastal Cabana. It's 4 by 3 1/4. And for this one, we're gonna do a little bit of stamping. And there's this really pretty decorative border that I like from this stamp set. And my focal point is going to be right over here. So because this doesn't go across the whole thing, I'm going to just kind of make my ending underneath where that focal point's gonna go. So I'm gonna double up, and then I'm gonna put some on this side so it looks like it goes all the way across, even when it doesn't. Okay, that's actually not too bad, even if I didn't have a focal point going across it. All right, we're gonna add that to our background, like so. And then let's do our focal point. This time we're gonna use another one of those Whisper White dies from our Tasteful, what's it called? I always forget. Tasteful Labels dies. And we're gonna stamp our iris. This is the best image, if you ask me, from the Inspiring Iris stamp set. Let's get our piercing mat. Oh, I wanted to tell you about the piercing mat. So the piercing mat is on the retired list. And then Stampin' Up! Changed their mind. I'm so excited because it's so perfect for stamping with photopolymer stamps. So even though the piercing mat is not in the upcoming catalog, you'll still be able to order that as a carryover item. So I'm so thrilled that they changed their mind on that. It's such an awesome and really necessary mat, necessary tool for stamping. So now I'm gonna do the two-step part of the flower, and I'm inking that up with Bermuda Bay. And we'll put that right over the top. And then we'll add some leaves under that, and that's gonna be with Pear Pizzazz. And these, the grasses and leaves really don't match up very well. That's all on purpose. So the thing that's cool about it is you don't have to be perfect. It's all gonna look great every time. So see how it's just kind of meant to go outside the lines, but it still looks so awesome. All right, let me put some of these ink pads away before I put my hand in them. All right, let's pop that up with some dimensionals. So we're not doing a lot of layering as for the focal point this time, just really focusing on the pretty shapes of the Tasteful labels die cuts. So there is our focal point. Oh, so, so pretty. Let's add a sentiment. I just have a little strip here of Whisper White that's 3/4 inches long. Oh, did I not bring it? Oh, here it is. I wanted to show you this brand new item from the catalog. This is awesome. And I can't even remember the name of it, but it has 2 different label ends to it. So I don't know how well you can see that. Let me see if I can get the camera. There we go. So there's 2 different label ends, 2 different shapes, and then there's 3 different widths that you can put in here. So we're gonna put in a 3/4, but you could also put in a 1 inch, and you could put in a 1/2 inch. So let me open this up. And if you just make sure, you really need to make sure that it's in the groove. I can't stress that enough. That way it's not gonna be, if it's not aligned, it's not going to have a perfectly symmetrical end. But if you make sure that it's nicely in the grooves there, this is again for the 3/4 inch. Sorry if you're hearing my dogs, they're going wacko. But I'm gonna push that all the way until the end and punch, and then we have this really pretty edge to it. I love, love, love that. And then of course it gets wider as you have your 1 inch. You'll get to see a wider look to that edge. Oh, I just love it. I can't wait to use it. So, so very versatile. All right, so there's one side. We're gonna stamp in the Memento ink and another sentiment from the Inspiring Iris. So we'll just add that. And then I'm just gonna use my scissors to cut that off. You kind of needed that to be a longer strip in order to have, to be able to position that in the punch. So that's why we needed to cut it off. All right, we'll pop that up with some dimensionals. Put that flush with the side there. I'm gonna add a little sequins. I'm so sad to see these go, but these are the Gingham Gala Sequins, adhesive back sequins, and that lime color there actually goes pretty well with just about any green. So I added that, and let's not forget a little bit of our wink of Stella. It's gonna make it really sparkle. So add that. So, so pretty. So there we go. Can you see that shine? I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but that wink of Stella, really, really pretty. So there's our first card. This will be in your class kit, as well as our Too Cool version. This one starts with Highland Heather. We have Purple Posy for the background, Old Olive for the middle piece, Gorgeous Grape with the same textures and stamped patterns as the first card. And then we've stamped in Gorgeous Grape, Old Olive, and then finished it up the same way. So both of these, both of the supplies for these cards will be in your kit. These are my favorite colors. Have you guys figured out blues and purples? So, so awesome. Okay, that's our second card. Our third card, let me get some of this stuff out of here. Okay. Our third card also uses the Inspiring Iris. We're going to start with Rococo Rose as our card base this time. So we'll put this over here. I think we're done with black for now. Next we have a 5.5 by 3 inch piece of our Whisper White. Now what I'm going to do for this, because I do want to have this nice cushion underneath, so I'm just going to slip that piercing mat underneath my scrap paper here. So I have that because I'm going to stamp off of it a little bit. I also need to clean my iris off, so I'm going to use my Simply Chamois. Just a little squish, 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 and then that's good to go. Whoops, I still have a little bit of ink left. There we go. All right, next we're going to add several different colors. So we're going to need that Simply Chamois for sure. So the first one is the Rococo Rose. We're going to put that right in the center. And this time we're not using those outlines like we did on the previous card. Next we're going to do some Flirty Flamingo. We need to clean this off. When I clean it off, I like to kind of get as much ink off as I can and then do a little squish squish. So our Flirty Flamingo is going to go right here. And then stamp off on that, get some ink off, squish squish. And then we're going to bring back our Mango Melody. And I love these colors together. Really pretty color combination. And we'll just clean that so it's ready to go the next time. I love that Simply Chamois. Really, really awesome tool. Okay, next let's add in our stems and our leaves, or our grasses. So I'm lining this top part up and kind of fitting it in that little niche right there, and then the other stem I'm putting right at the bottom and the base of that one. So that's the best way to line that up. This one I have just a little bit cockeyed, I noticed. That's all right, it all looks good. I did it for this one too. It doesn't matter. Okay, so then we have a lot of extra room here. So I'm going to take this stamp and I'm actually going to turn it upside down, and these become little grasses. So just a little bit more of the Pear Pizzazz. And this, you can see this stem isn't quite off of the edge of the page. No problem, we're just going to add some more grass and it will kind of camouflage all of that. So, and if you want to make longer grasses, you can do that as well, kind of on the side. Isn't that fun? I love how you can turn that stamp upside down and kind of fill everything in. All right, we're going to mount that on a piece of gray granite that's 5.5 by 3 1/4. Give it a little finished edge. And then we'll mount that on our Rococo Rose card base. Oh, I just love that color combination, really pretty. I'm going to tie some of our linen braided trim around the edge here, around the whole card front. Not the whole card, like the one that I had to do when I messed up. So this is carrying over, this trim, thank goodness. So this is a classic as well. I know I say that about a lot of things, but linen trim is definitely a classic. All right, let's put that over here. Then we're going to stamp a sentiment, and we have another one of those dies. So a little Whisper White die cut from the Tasteful labels. We're going to, let's see, we're going to stamp a different sentiment from Inspiring Iris, and this time it will be with the gray granite. You are somebody who makes everybody feel like somebody. What a sweet thought. I love that. All right, we'll pop that up with some dimensionals. And when I add this, I want to make sure that my ribbon kind of goes through this middle part here so that I don't have a dimensional that's on top of the ribbon. So that's something to keep in mind. We're gonna put this right over here. And I'm gonna finish up with a Mango Melody gem from the Holiday Rhinestones. These are carrying over. I'm so excited about that. So these work for all kinds of holidays, especially for Christmas, but all kinds of holidays. So I'm gonna put this, just one little sparkle over here, and then I'm gonna show you, I definitely would add some Wink of Stella. This is my other card that I created first. I don't know if you can see the Wink of Stella on all of the different flowers, but it just really makes this card. So you can see on these two, I changed the positioning of the sentiment a little bit, but otherwise the same. But definitely add the Wink of Stella. And then we have a Too Cool version. And this one is in some fabulous blues. We start with the peacock, Pretty Peacock, and that's also the center flower. Bermuda Bay over here, and then Pacific Point over here. I love that color combination as well. I also use some of our Retiring mini striped Bermuda Bay ribbon, so that really sets that off. And another one of the Holiday Rhinestone jewels here at the bottom in that kind of a blueberry bushel color, but it matches that perfect, or that Pacific Point really well. So we'll be having both cards, both of these cards in your card kit. All right, we have one more card to share with you today. Okay, this one is going to be with Soft Seafoam as the card base. Let me know how you're liking the Inspiring Iris so far. I am just really loving that one. And that one is carrying over. I don't know if I told you that. Okay, so we have the Soft Seafoam card base. We also have another piece of Soft Seafoam here. This one is 4 3/4 by 3.5, and I've already textured it with the subtle embossing folder. That is carrying over, so I already have an embossed texture on there. And then we're gonna stamp right on it. I've seen a lot of times where people stamp and then emboss, but we're actually gonna stamp right on that subtle texture for just kind of a different look. So let's see. We're gonna start, oh, I know, I needed to put, I just lost my leaves. Here we go. I need to clean my leaves up because I'm gonna use those. So a little bit of squish squish on there. All right, I'm using the Soft Seafoam, and I'm just gonna add a few of these across there. I also want to add another little piece here. This is the stem that goes with the flower that we're going to use. So this one goes here, and then we'll put the top of that flower, which is the non-outline, the filler, in. And you can see as we're stamping, I'll show you when I'm done, the up close, how when you're stamping on that subtle texture, it just kind of gives it a little bit more of a watercolory look. Can you see how pretty that is? I love that. All right, so there's our background. Next, we're going to create a little focal point. Actually, let's finish this background up real quick. I'm going to add this layer to a Whisper White layer. So there we go. That's 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. This time, I'm not going to forget to put my ribbon on. So I want to put some ribbon right across the bottom here. So I'm going to add just a little bit of snail. And then I'm going to wrap around some of this pretty petal pink striped organdy ribbon. And this is carrying over, so we'll be able to enjoy this a little bit longer. And then I'm gonna add that to the card front. So you might wanna use some tear and tape for this, or when we get our new catalog, we'll have Seal Plus, which is a really, really secure adhesive that I cannot wait to try. So here's our background. Isn't that soft and sweet? I love that, very subtle. All right, then we're gonna finish up our focal point with the same flower. We're gonna do the two-step stamping again, so a little bit of Memento Black. We're gonna clean up the top of our flower because we just had that in the soft sea foam. And we're gonna add that flower with some Flirty Flamingo. And then we'll find our, let's see, I can find my little leaves. Yep, here we go. So we have our leaves that we used for the first card, and we're gonna stamp those in the soft sea foam. That's not the right thing. That's totally not right. Did I not bring it over? Oh, here it is. It's this one. This is one of the background ones that I was stamping in there, and that's what we're gonna do. Sorry, I got a little off track there. So this goes right over. It kind of looks like a tulip on the top, but it's really just part of the flower stem. So there we go. And this is a Stitched Shapes framelit or die that I put that on. Stitched Shapes die. Put a couple dimensionals on here. Pop that up. And then we'll add a little sentiment as well. Looks like I didn't, for some reason I didn't cut my little piece, or I'm missing it. So let me just show you. Here's my finished card, and I stamped the last sentiment from Inspiring Iris on this piece. It's about, I think it's about 3 by 3/4, I believe. I fishtail cut the end of it and then pop that up as well. And then I finished up with a basic adhesive backed sequins, and this is from the basic sequins pack, which is also retiring. So I think they're still available for purchase if you want to stock up on those, but I love them. I love that soft sea foam color, and it really just adds just a little sparkle. Of course, you want to end up adding just a little bit of shimmer to that blossom, and it's really going to help it kind of pop and glisten a little bit. So this will be in your class kit as well. So let's bring all our cards back. Close up some of my inks. I don't want to get everything all messed up. All right. So remember, you can get this class kit with a minimum $35 order on my website, toocoolstamping.com, and you must use the host code that I have written up here at the top. And these are all of the cards that we're going to have in it. We have 6 cards, and you'll be able to go along with the video and put those all together with the Inspiring Iris stamp set. So there we have it. There's our class for today. I hope you guys have really enjoyed our little journey through the Inspiring Iris. Again, this is something that's going to be in the new catalog, so you'll be able to use this on a lot of projects to come, and I hope you really, really enjoy it. I hope you've enjoyed some of our little sneak peeks of some of the new things, and I cannot wait to start playing with those things and showing you guys all of the fun stuff. All of the new products that you have seen today can be purchased through a starter kit. If they're a new product, you can get them through a starter kit right now. So, and if you're interested in seeing that pre-order flyer to make some selections, if you want to purchase that starter kit for only $99, I can send that to you. So just message me at toocoolstamping.com, click on the email link, and I will get you that flyer. Remember, it's a $99 kit. You can add up to $125 with free shipping. And don't forget, there's a recruiting promotion starting June 3rd, and you're going to be able to select a free bundle of any value from the catalog. So that is something that's really, really awesome coming up June 3rd, along with the fantastic new catalog. So I can't wait. I can't wait to talk to you next week. We're gonna have a lot of fun things to show you and talk about. So I hope you join me next Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. And until then, this is Angie with Too Cool Stamping. You guys have a great week.